this constant proper silent poppers. Sometimes I wonder how I'm telling you, mama, I'm a member of seasons. The winner of the rockers, the one of the wrong reasons. There is a hole in the bottom of my soul that is growing and it's going to consume this whole world. Take it all down, swallow it whole. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. But everything never seems to be enough anymore. I just keep baking and shaking, breaking down every door. I think I chewed it all up. I think I'm spitting it out. I think I'm giving up, giving up, giving up, giving up, giving up. There is a hole in the bottom of my soul that is growing and it's
Ding 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 ding. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I am the Bommus. How's everyone doing this morning? Farnswoggle, he Horsetooth in the mother house. Man, I've been excited all morning to get on the mic, and then I don't know what happened. The second it's time to go live, I'm like, meh. But then you know what? You know what? I played that freaking song and I am pumped again. How is everyone doing? Throw that coffee down your throat hole, your soul hole. Let your soul glow. All right, we got a lot going on. We're gonna take a quick look at the stock market. We will definitely spend some time talking about Harmony Done. Harmony Gone. And their plan, people got the pitchforks out. I'm personally not a huge fan of the plan. I'll give my thoughts on it. And my initial thoughts of what I'm thinking right now, I'm still trying to decide. I mean, I've already kind of come to the conclusion that me and Harmony One might be departing ways. This plan might not help much. I mean, I'm not like, if I get Harmony coins, or you know what am I doing? We'll get into this later. Stock market, we got a big day today. We got the Fed doing I think it's gonna be a nothing burger. The stock market, let's get right on into it. The stock market's acting like we're back into a bull market. The Fed hike's coming today. I think that pretty much going to be a nothing burger. 75 points probably. The bonds are still saying, the last time they raised rates, bonds should have went down, and bonds went up 6% since the last time that happened. So that's just a big, no one knows what the hell's going to happen. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, Harmony Done. So the Fed's going to raise rates today, probably, right? I think they, personally, I think they should say, you know what, we're going to leave things as is. We're not going to raise rates. Maybe throw a 25 burger out there. Ooh, could you imagine the rally? Could you imagine the rally in the market if they just threw a 25 burger out there? They're saying, yeah, it looks like inflation's slowing down. The next meeting's not till September. Let's chill a bit. Let's just throw a little 25 burger out there. Let's come back in, back in September, see where we're at. I have no idea what inflation's really at. I know when I go to the freaking supermarket and Costco, things were getting out of hand. I'll have to pay attention again this week. It looked like they were laying off. I mean, they went from, like, if anyone's ever driven manual, you do that move where you're in first and then you shift to second and you're like, F it, I'm going to go straight to fourth. You go up, down, and up, over, and back down instead of up, over, and up. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you shortcut. That means you're one of those people that look for shortcuts. I'm not hating on you. It's something I've done in the past. You're just like, you know what? I'm a little lazy today, a little tired today. I'm going to take one less move out of my shift. I'm going to take a little bit of pain for like that 1 or 2 seconds while the RPMs really rev down, and it takes a little bit longer to get back up there. But it's less body movement for me, so it's a win-win. I really don't know where I was going with that. I just had a mental brain fart. It was amazing. We were talking about the Fed shortcuts. Let me go back and rewatch my video. You know what? Screw it. Let's get into the stock market. The Nasdaq is in fuego, up 170. The E-mini S&P is up 32. Crude oil, crude oil inching back up, $1.37 a barrel. It's still below 100, which is good for the good kids. BTC is, BTC's up. All cryptos are up. We'll take a quick look at that. Natural gas moving back on up to the sky. VIX down below 26. That means a little bit of fear is coming out of the market. Bonds at 142. So the move might be, well, I mean, there is no move because you would expect rates to go up and bonds to go down. Last time that didn't happen. So market constantly humbling people. Let's take a look at my positions. We got Coinbase. My covered call is almost profitable now. The big thing going on in Coinbase, you know what? We need to start pressing our representatives better, saying, you know what, we're sick of this SEC shit. You need to let them know that we want the CFTC to handle things. We want Gary Gensler out. We want that fool out. And start letting your constituents know that you're not Democrat or Republican first. You're voting for whoever's pro crypto, right? You know how people have blinders on when it comes to voting Democrat or Republican, and these blinders might be like abortion. Gary Gensler, yeah, he's a cum guzzler. I've been calling him Guzzler for a long time, and that's why. Shh. 6 people in the house, 1 like. 7 people in the house, 1 like. Come on, guys. Smash it to like. Anyway, we want Guzzler out. What was I saying? Let people know you don't vote based on abortion, right? Because there are people that just vote. They vote Republican because they're anti-abortion, and they vote Democrat because they're pro-abortion. Well, I would say, like, definitely you vote Republican if the only thing in your life is, this abortion thing. If you're anti-abortion, you don't care about anything else out there, you're just going to vote Republican because of that, right? Well, I say the millennial nation rise up, and any of the older generations they got that millennial mindset. They have that. Well, they're not doing the show anymore. Millennial Money. That's what I need to put a show together with, like, me and a bunch of other old farts like Crypto Savvy and who else out there that's old as balls, and we can call it Millennial Mindset. No, I wouldn't really say. I wouldn't really say Crypto Savvy's got a millennial mindset. He's just he's a Grinch. End of the world. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to zero. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they call it the Sigma grind mindset. I've never heard that. Sigma grind mindset. Today I learned. Or was I going? Oh yeah, So you know what, bro? If you ever go to these things and like meet and greets with congressmen or whatever the shit is, you say, you know what? What's your stance on crypto? Everyone needs to start pressing these fools, saying, you know what? We want smart crypto regulation. For example, this rule coming out, $50. That's such a pain in the ass. $50 isn't enough. What happened to $200? I like that a lot better. $50 is going to be interesting. Are these DeFi projects now going to write in, like, or people are going to create bots that you make sure that this bot will automatically harvest your freaking DeFi before it gets to $50, and then you even have it cash it into, USDC and everything. Can you imagine what kind of innovation and shit, or just like ways to circumvent and not have to pay taxes that might create? First of all, who wants to use their crypto? I don't give two F's about using my crypto to buy my Amazon packages, or a shirt, or a freaking for my gas or for dinner. I'm not the douchebag I'm already the douchebag that talks about crypto too much. I'm not the douchebag that's gonna pay for lunch. Say, hey, I paid for this in crypto. Aren't I cool? Crypto to me is an investment. It's not something I want to spend. If I want to spend it, I'll just effing like take some profits off the top, put it in the USDC, and Bob's your uncle. Speaking of which, you don't want to miss tomorrow's video because I'm gonna, if I remember. I wanted to do this today, but Harmony One had to come out with their shit plan. I got I don't know if I'm going to put it in the one video or put it into two videos, but this is the reason why Ethereum will be massive, or this is why Ethereum's going to win. There's definitely some things going on that make it that almost a no-brainer. You know, not still one like. You know, I swear yesterday I barely even mentioned I want likes, and you guys just gave them to me today. It's like I have to basically light myself on fire for you guys to like the video. All right, that's the last time I'm going to mention likes. You just like, thank you, Retro. Oh yeah, I see that. What was? Oh, god damn it! Oh, this is why Ethereum will win, because there's some things out there that aren't really. I mean, they're talked about, but they're not. And this is why Cardano will win. I don't remember what that reason is on Cardano anymore, though. So, oh yeah, ooh, I have a really interesting angle on Cardano that I think is gonna blow your minds. Gonna blow your freaking minds, and it's also a little bit bullish for Polkadot too. Actually, if you can guess what this angle is before I announce it, I will give you 1,000,000 doll hairs. Remember that? Remember that movie? Like you were the smart kid. You were the smart kid that pulled that on your third grade partner. I'll give you $1,000,000. And they're like, where's my? No, I said doll hairs. All right, let's get this stock market shit over with really quick. Is the stock market still a rockin'? So Google McDougal posted earnings last night. I guess it wasn't that bad. Microsoft posted earnings. So Google is up. I think is pretty much. I didn't really look into it. I hear Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Now spell ICUP. Hiccup. I don't know if you're pulling a fast one up. Oh, that must be another little third grade thing. I don't know. Hiccup. I don't know that one. All right, so Coinbase is getting probed by the SEC. Let your senators and Republicans know you want Guzzler out. You want the CFTC to handle crypto. You're sick of all this shit. You're sick of Josh in the house. How you doing, brother? You think the Harmony will be approved by validators? I don't know, but we're gonna definitely talk a lot about Harmony One here in like 2 and 2, a few minutes. Let's get this stack market wrapped up, and then we'll get into the Harmony One. I have a lot of thoughts there. It's not. It does. I mean, the validators. It's a vote to people with Harmony One, isn't it? Ooh, you see my oh, I see you. Yeah, I do remember that one. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, Tom. Focus. Stack market. We got my Coinbase covered call. We're gonna continue to let that brew. Tesla. My call spread is down a little bit. Not much going on there. My Palantir position, we do have an in the money put. Not really worried about that. We'll continue to let these go. If these puts, if I end up getting assigned the stock, I've been wanting to build more of a position in Palantir anyway. We can put in a go to close orders on a couple of these at 50% profit. I mean, we can do it on all of them, really. How many days do we got left to go on these bad boys? That is something I need to look at. Oh, that one's got 51 days to go. That one's perfect. These got 23 days to go. They're about 10-15% in. We're gonna let these go. I do like to get these rolled. Actually, what roll expirations? 826, 6-cent credit. Roll expiration, 18-cent credit. I don't hate it, but I don't really want to do anything right now with the Fed announcement. It's the Fed announcement today is going to be a nothing burger. It's the guidance. It's what does Powell have to say? I'm sure, my title this morning was going to be, and maybe I'll save it for a later day. But Meet Kevin is a bitch ass punk. He last night he's like, oh, I'm gonna make this video, but I'm turning comments off because he's taking a lot of heat for this DUI, and he's talking about toxicity and shit, bro. He's like, I either have to turn the comments off or to stop making YouTube videos. Okay, first of all, we know you're not gonna stop making YouTube videos. If I don't know his background, but he has to be an only child. He just comes off of this like spoiled brat, always got his way only child, right? Right? Anyway, bro, just don't read the comments. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Who cares? Like, you're trying to fight a fight you can't win. If I have negative comments, I laugh. I'm like, bitch. You don't agree with me? You think I'm stupid? Good for you. I'm glad you got that off your chest. Hopefully you have a better. You got to turn that frown upside down. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, good for that guy. He got that off his chest. He probably feels really good about himself, and he's probably gonna have a really good day. You know what I'm saying? If everyone could turn that ugly situation into a happy, there's ways. There's ways to flip it, right? You'll be happier. They'll be happier. The world will be happier. Kumbaya, and hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yep, got him. Got him. Oldest trick in the book. Next, I'll ask him what he's eating. And there's another one. Now, I don't what I'm eating under there. I'm curious. Get me again, Ricky, because you're in fuego this morning. All right. That is it for the stack market. I still got this account over here. We got some money. I've been itching to put this money to work, but I'm just patiently waiting. I've been patiently waiting to buy Solana. 19,000. I mean, I can buy $20,000 of Solana right now. And I kind of want to do it, but I think we're going down more, so I'm not gonna. Let's pop on over to I see that one I've never heard. I say you were eating, and that one, man, you were one of those. You were the annoying. I mean, I was the annoying kid too that was always trying to get someone. But I think you were me times 3. All right, Bitcoin still continuing to bleed up, 21,400. I'm not really sure why anything's doing anything right now. I mean, things are up because what did Visa do? Actually, let's look on this. Let's look at that on because Visa is a pretty good indication of if people are spending money, I guess. But I mean, credit card debt is going up, and that's not a good thing. So I don't know if they discussed that at all. So Visa, I mean, they're up a little bit. They're still down from a few days ago. So does not really. I mean, the fact that they're not crashing it means they must have given some kind of guidance. We wanted to do some technical analysis, some Fugazi, some Fugazi. I mean, we can, you know, maybe draw one of these jobs right here. Is this the, that's a WW pattern, a WW with a hidden bearish head and shoulders. Those break up, right? Isn't that what's going to happen? And sometime by like April of 23, April of 2023, that's going to have a huge move up. All right, enough of that. Let's see. Bitcoin 21.4, Ethereum back almost pushing 1,500. Cardano 47 cents. Solana $37. I was getting really excited at $35. We still see the trend line moving down. It hasn't broken up across that yet. In order to do that today, it would have to get to around 40 above $42 and then hold. This is this goes back a long way. There would be an even tighter one, I guess. We could adjust our lines probably like savvy. Because that's at the wick and that's not, so I can move it up, but then I can move it, whatever, right? All right, Harmony 1, Polkadot 682, Near, Avalanche, Osmosis, Matic, Cadena. There's 2 coins, actually, 3 coins I'm interested in getting more information on. I'm still trying to decide my thoughts on Cadena, Farnswoggle. I'm still trying to decide thoughts on Celestia. I'm still not sold on this one yet. And another one that would be kind of similar to Celestia in a way is, you guys didn't know I was thinking about this one. I'm trying to figure out if this one's a scam or the future, and that would be ICP. Yeah, you know me. Internet Computer Project. I think that's what it stands for, ICP. This came onto the scene and went through the roof. It seemed kind of scammy at the time. It interested me because it's basically like the internet for blockchains or whatever. So I am wanting to learn more about this. It's definitely in my wheelhouse. There's a lot of things going on over here that I should be able to understand, being fairly well versed and educated in crypto and being highly skilled and educated in just like IT infrastructure and how just the internet works. You want me to go to a global router and we can start looking at the entire BGP table for the internet, and I can start breaking down to you how BGP works and how your packet or this packet gets from my house. We can do that if you want. All I'm saying is that's the kind of shit that's in my wheelhouse. And so, but at the same time, I need to make sure. Like when I first heard this is it. I'm like, because these are the kind of things I'm thinking about. Like, how is the blockchain gonna, possibly reinvent the internet? The decades old TCP/IP model, right? And is it gonna make it more secure? And how's it gonna? So I get excited, and I might immediately think, yeah, I might come in extremely biased, saying like, yeah, dude, this is what we need. Without actually doing some due diligence and etc. It could be a bunch of fugazi. It could be a Ponzi scheme. It could just be a bunch of made up words, just like freaking. I had something. Drip network. What's that? What's that Ponzi? Where's Nigel been? What's that recent Ponzi? That ETF, ETP type shit. I don't remember what that is. I don't know if I bookmarked it or anything. I don't want to go back to the tape and figure out what that, because I want to see how it's doing. Nigel, where you at, bro? What's that Ponzi? Anyone remember what that Ponzi was? Bunch of buzzwords. Anyway, let's move on to the Harmony 1. Harmony done. What most people are here for. All 2 of you. All right, we got a Harmony 1 proposal. I'm not a big fan of it. There's a huge major problem with this plan, in my opinion. Where do I want to? Oh, I want to go to the Discord so we can pull it up. I haven't read any of the announcements yet. Crime had a good video on this last night. I saw he had a reply to Giv's tweet. I don't know if it's Jiv. I don't know how to say that bro's name. He's like the lead designer for Harmony One or something like that. I mean, what is he exactly? We'll call him Give Us Some Hope. Product engineering and growth at Harmony Protocol. He kind of looks like that dude from The Office, right? All right. He said, oh, here's it is right here. So we can take a look at that. Oh, I retweeted them both. Look at that. All right. So this is the proposal. I think Climb had the top thing. They probably just showed that on my thing because I follow Crime. Basically, Crime was saying, I hope you guys listen to us because we're not happy. All right, so give us some hope says, I know the news today was not well received, and I know you are disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed. He says he's with us, right? So he's openly saying this wasn't part of his plan. I've seen several angry tweets where @Pagan and I explicitly mention, I want you to know this was not our decision. It's upsetting for all involved. All right, so Daniel Pagan, Harmony team member. Ooh. This is that Cisco CCIE bro they got recently, I think. Yeah, let me tell you something. Becoming CCIE, that's one of the hardest things out there to do on the planet. I was studying for CCIE. I considered going for it, and then I'm like, man, I don't really think I gave up. I just decided that I didn't really want to be. Well, I don't need to go into long whatchamacallit about why I decided not to become a CCIE, but it and I don't know that I even would have succeeded. You're talking months of, first of all, you got to be really smart. The more real world experience you can have, the better. And it's really hard to get that high level of real world experience. You got to study, and you could still fail. You can go in and it's a very, very hard test. And it includes like a 1 day or 2 day or 3 day, I forget. I don't even know what, but it's on hands lab. And it's one of those things where they set these labs up to really, like, if you don't know your shit, there's no way, right? And there's no way of cheating on those tests, let me tell you. So long story short, if you're CCIE, you're smart AF. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're smart AF when it comes to crypto. And this guy looks like he just got out of puberty. I'm kidding, but that's just my way of saying he looks kind of young. So that's the problem with most of these financial advisors on YouTube. They say they're not financial advisors. It's a really weird, but you got a bunch of financial advisors on YouTube that are barely out of puberty or have never seen a bear market. This cracks me up. Like, I was watching Around the Blockchain last night, and all these assholes, and I call them, I'm an asshole. You know, assholes and opinions are the same thing. All these assholes have an opinion. And I'm just like, dude, what? You're an idiot. I mean, you're an idiot for saying it. Most of them, every now and then you hear someone that, someone will be on there like, what's his face, or they've been through some bear markets. But it's good to get when you listen to a 20-year-old give you I think Jeb's like 19. Come on, dude. Like, how much real world he seems like a smart bro, but come on. You know what I'm saying? I just like, look yourself in the mirror. And if you're 20 years old right now, look back when you were 15 and do you think, man, I was an effing idiot? Or nope, I was just as smart back then as I was now. Tell you what, I've run into some few people in my life that will say, you know what, I'm just as smart as I was back then, as I am now, or whatever. And those people are the biggest idiots on the planet. 99% of the population will say, man, I was an effing idiot. The dumbass things that doesn't change throughout life. It it's starting to slow down for me, but I still think, man, when I was like 35, the dumb shit I used to do when you're 40, you know what I'm saying? It never stops, right? Because you're constantly learning. So it's good to have a mix of that millennial mindset and toss it in with some experience. You know what I'm saying? And I got that experience. I've been through a few bear markets, been through a few recessions, been through. I don't know if was the last depression the 30s. I mean, I've been through. I mean, I was in high school, college during the 80s. You know, senior in high school when that one happened. The dot-com bubble. I was pretty much shit-faced out of my mind. I wasn't really trading. I was watching the stock market, and I wasn't really trading at that time. Yeah, I was still getting pretty ham-skied on a regular basis. Last depression. Well, I'm doing an awful good job of not talking about Harmony One. So was the 30s the last official depression? Anyway, there's a lot of opinions, even by really smart economists that do have a lot of experience. And here's what I can tell you: no one knows. Everyone just starts. People throw things out there. Some of them will get it right, and that'll be able to, that'll give them a little bit of clout for the next one. Right? That's all it is. It's a game of trying to get as many right as possible so you can extend your lifespan. But at the end of the day, no one freaking knows what's going to happen. I will say there's a lot of things, like for me, when I run for president in 2024, maybe we might have to push it out to 2028. We'll have to see how the campaigns come. Uh, my platform is going to be a few things: pro cryptocurrency and tightening the belt strap. I want the entire nation to tighten the belt strap. You know how we constantly talk about don't have credit card debt, get that credit card debt pay off, lower your expense. I'm constantly waxing on. Stop Ubering, stop eating out, stop buying out. Well, I want the entire nation to do that. So it's going to be a shoestring budget for 4 years. Go check out the debt calculator. We're going to be the generation that fixes the United States, and I want to lead that charge. We're going to stop spending so much money on taxes. Maybe we won't upgrade the roads for like 4 years or whatever, and we want to get that debt paid off because that debt is running out of control. I don't know if you know this or not, but the debt is already unsustainable for us at its current clip. So some things have to change financially, and we're on the path to destruction. Like for example, when our sun fuses hydrogen into like helium, I think, and a few other things. And then once that pretty much burns out, it starts doing helium and carbon into this and that, right? This happens like the hydrogen things last for like billions of years. Then I forget all the particulars. Someone out there, feel free, right? But eventually it gets to the higher and higher elements, and eventually it does its thing and it fuses in I think it's lead. And the second that happens, it's like a really quick process, and the sun just collapses on itself. It goes supernova, potentially a black hole, potentially one of those other thingies. So we're on that course of possibly going supernova and collapsing. It's not going to happen in the next 5 years or whatever, but we got to get this debt under control. So I say we cut spending of a lot of tax dollars on certain things. We all just take it on the nose. The entire nation grinds it out. Right now, it's going the other way, man. The Fed started doing handouts, and people got lazy. People got gluttonous. Now pandemic. The government should just pay me to sit at home and stick my thumb up my ass, and I still shouldn't have to work and blah. Dude, all right, well, the United States is at an all-time low. That's all I'm saying. A lot of self-entitled. Every generation, a Slayer is born. Every generation gets more sissy, right? That's a fact. The generation before me was tougher than me, right? I can admit that. I'm a more sissy version of the and so you got this happening and this happening. Now we're at a point, like I want to say now we have to like she, he, they, there's 30, 80 million different genders now. The kids, like they come out of the vagina just rag dolls. They're just sissy as hell. And so now it's kind of working its way back up the ecosystem, and people are it just like the United States, the bridge might be over. The bridge might already be over. Cut them, yeah. So that's a tough one. I'm down to cut the military budget, but I also want to cut the fact that the government pays too much for this shit. There's companies out there. There needs to be better regulation on how much we're charged for this shit, right? I don't know how to solve that problem, and when I try and solve that problem, I'll probably get assassinated because I'll be taking a lot of money out of a lot of rich people's hands. But we pay too much for certain things, and we got to figure out better ways, more efficient uses of our capital. So that's my main goal: more efficient uses of the capital, curb our spending, 4 years, 10 years, whatever. I mean, I don't want to lose a military edge, but we spend a shitload on military. We spend we send billions of dollars constantly to other countries. Is that for the greater good? I don't know, man. There's a lot of economic. To me, I don't know that I want to mess with certain things too much. I just want to say, hey, this might be a tough one though. Like raise taxes and raise taxes for a 4-year period, and but you have to have a really detailed plan, and you got to sell that one might not work, right? To me, it would work if the plan was there, but like, yeah, we're gonna raise taxes. But these taxes are going to go to paying off debt, and we're going to do all these different. It's hard to do all these restructuring things because we got this bipartisan House that all they do is, right? They don't give a shit about the country. All they give a shit about is getting their way and lining their pockets. So I think, personally, we're on the highway to hell. I would love to introduce some kind of DAO system into the government where everyone just gets a digital ID. Everyone makes a vote, and you vote on a one by one thing. You vote on should we spend tax money on infrastructure, not should we get this infrastructure bill that has 3,700 different bills tacked on, and we'll throw this in, and this is how we get the compromise. And that is anyway. You'll never win if you get caught saying you're gonna. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't. But if you say we're gonna raise taxes and it's all gonna be to pay off debt, but you got to come out with you got to come out with a bigger carrot, right? Like you got to really sell the carrot, and I don't know, right? I'm also gonna when I get elected, I'm gonna do away with the 2-term election. I'm actually gonna do away with elections and just say I'm the president until I die. And then we'll go back to because I'm going to fix the country, right? I'm not going to allow bipartisan. I'm not going in as a Republican. I'm not going in as a Democrat. I guess I would be an independent. I'm coming in to fix the country. I don't give a shit about the Democrats. I don't give a shit about the Republicans. I care about the United States citizen. And we're going to fix the country, right? I'm either going to take the country down faster than what's already happening, or we're going to fix it. Let's go down in flames fast or fix it. You know what I'm saying? Tear that duct tape off fast. That's my plan. Tom in 2024. I'm not an only child. Screw you, Ricky. I am not an only child. I will say I'm kind of the black sheep of the family, though. My parents and my brother wear shirts like Clinton's a crook and have pictures of Bush and Trump like hanging up on their walls. Oh my goodness, they're on the extreme. So I'm kind of an only child in the fact that my mindset's completely different than the rest of everyone back in the Midwest is like that though. So that's why I had to get the hell out. All right, well, we were talking about Harmony One. They got a new plan. Let's see what we got going on. Like Stacy's mom. Seven. We got plenty of time. Holy shit, man! I feel like I've been on the mic for 3 hours. The Horizon Bridge lost 99 million because we were dumbasses. And so here, like, I can't keep. We were dumbasses. I don't know if they allowed people to have their keys, their private key in Asia on a freaking computer that they were also playing World of Warcraft with and didn't have two-factor authentication and three-factor authentication and XDR freaking AV products and using, secure tunnels and all. I just, the fact that it doesn't appear like they had multi-factor authentication blows my mind. In fact, the key should have never been accessible outside of a highly secure network. If they needed to do a transaction, it should have been on a military tough book in a freaking briefcase that if you enter the wrong code, a nuclear bomb goes off. And then you connect securely to a VPN with two-factor authentication. Everything's encrypted, including the hard drives. And you secure into a private freaking terminal or something. And then you do your freaking transaction. That's too inconvenient for you? Then move your ass to Palo Alto and do it in the office. I don't know what to tell you, right? The security is ridiculous. Unfortunately, Harmony One has to be the poster child to hold all blockchains accountable now. The fact that the hubris of all these blockchains believing that they didn't need to have like even baseline security on their network is laughable. They should be getting like all these different security certifications in place, becoming SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, and putting all. And I think they're hiring for someone to do that. Again, hit me up. The company I work for can get that done for you in no time. Who do you? My common sense brain. Ricky asks, who do you think influenced me to the left? Honestly, I grew up in the Midwest and I was more Republican, I had a Republican mindset. Oh, that was just a pencil. But that was, nurture nature, right? I was nurtured in it was the cool thing to be white and be a Republican. And if you had money, we didn't necessarily like I wasn't rich, middle class or whatever. We weren't poor, so the mindset was just be a Republican. But this is much different times, right? Like I don't want to give Meet Kevin a hard time because of this DUI because I grew up in an era where like when the police pulled you, we would drag Main Street. The police would legit pull over underage drivers and just pour your beer out and you'd be on your way. It's a whole different time. Now, I will say it's a whole different time. So I can't cast stones, but I can say there is no excuse for drinking and driving these days. Zero. I don't give a if you, especially if you're a person of means. But if you drink, just get a Uber. It's not that hard, right? So he deserves the entire wrath that comes down on him. There is no. We become smarter. We become more sissy every generation, but we also become more smarter. That's funny because I think that's bad grammar. More smarter. So what influenced? So when I grew up, in that culture, being a Republican, I don't know. So I came to California at an early age, like 18. So I don't know if that persuaded me. I don't really think it did, right? It's to me, and I'm not like I'm more like middle of the road. I could kind of go either way. I just lean more left because I'm the kind of person that wants to help. I want to give money to people that need it. I get the argument on both sides. Again, like we're giving handouts now and people become lazy, right? So that makes me more Republican. I'm not really Republican or Democrat. I'm just common sense. Whatever's the I think there's extreme lefts that are freaking idiots too. So yeah. All right. Reimbursement will be anyway. They're gonna fork this shit. I'm not a big fan of forking. Forking is a synonym for rug pull. Forking is what you do when you really screwed up. We've seen this in the past. Ethereum did it. Ethereum Classics. Ethereum did it and it worked out. Charles would say, you know what? This is one of the big reasons Charles or supposedly left Ethereum because he had a big disagreement with Vitalik on a few things. One, he wanted to go after Fortune 500, and Vitalik was more like, nah, bro. And then Ethereum got hacked, and Vitalik's like, you know what? We're just going to do a mulligan. Oh, Tom. Why are you using words that these nerds won't understand? All right, so a mulligan is a golf term. When you go up and you hit a ball like off the, I don't know. All right, so in golf, you do this thing where you take a club and you hit a ball, and the very first shot is off what they call a tee box. So you go up on the tee box, and it's called a tee box because you can put your ball on a tee. And this is how you first start off the hole. So the idea is you want to get the ball from a big distance away with your club into the hole in as few shots as possible. So you can only hit it off a tee on the very first shot of that hole. Now, if you swing and you hit the ball and it goes out of bounds, or it goes into a pond, or it goes into like the rough, or it dribbles like 5 feet ahead, uh, you can't do this in a golf tournament. But if you're playing with your buddies and drinking beers, you can be like, usually you'll set the rules ahead of time. It might be something like you get one mulligan per 18. Well, or one mulligan per 9, right? You might get one mulligan for the whole 18, one mulligan per 9, or whatever you want to be with your cronies, right? So you hit it off the tee, it's a shitty shot, and you're like, I want a mulligan. I want a do-over. So you get to take the shot again without a penalty. That's what a hard fork is. They got the mulligan. Now, if you know what a mulligan is, I know it's highly unlikely, but I just wanted I just wanted to help the nerds out. All right, so Harmony One was to fork. They want a mulligan. The reason they need to fork it is because Harmony One has a hard cap on how many coins there are. There's a hard cap of like, I don't know, 15 billion or something, 13 billion. I don't know if they've ever actually officially, if it's actually we could look at Masari might have the best. One. It already has an almost 9% inflation rate. Circulating supplies 12 billion. It doesn't say what the cap is. I don't know. Reported 251 million. That is really low. What it's at right now. So I don't know what the hard cap is supposed to be on this, or if it even has a hard cap. Maybe I'm wrong about this reason they have to fork it. But I think they have to fork it because it has a hard cap built in, is my guess. I could be wrong. This proposal will require a hard fork as it will increase the supply of one tokens. Yeah. Impacted wallets will have to claim their tokens across a 3-year period. Distributions will be made on a monthly basis, and claims can be done at any time that the tokens are claimed. All right, so there's two different options: 100% reimbursement or 50% reimbursement. Where's option 3? 0%. I don't like this plan. They're not going to resolving DPEG loans. They're going to give money to DeFi projects, and in addition, I don't know how much 86 million one is going to really help DeFi projects. They got a claim timeline. DApp partners. They're already giving DApp partners money. Oh no! Community vote begins. Community vote ends on August 15th. Hard fork activation by August 30th. Payouts start on October 1st. First monthly claim November 1st. So they're not going to repeg. They don't have any real way to do that, basically. But I don't know how they decide who gets money. Like, I have 3 Ethereum. Does that mean I'm going to get money? There's a snapshot. Did the snapshot already have? This is such a bad plan. Like, I got hurt. I sold my Harmony 1 at a loss. Am I going to get money for that? Am I going to get money from my 3 Ethereum? This is something like for every 1,000 USD. Like, how do they determine if they lost money? They would have to have the snapshot then. Because if an impact wallet lost, how do they determine how you lost money? You lost 1,000 USD from the hack. The wallet will receive 50,001 over a 3-year period. How do they determine that? Right? What about the people like me that sold Harmony 1 at a loss? Am I still going to get this money? Like, it makes my head spin to even think about it. I don't know that there's a fair way to do this. I'm not a fan of this plan. And the big flaw with this plan is it's a dilution of the pool, and it's an inflation of the pool, and they're doing it at all-time lows, or damn near all-time lows. Like, I don't know if there's a better way to solve that, but don't start inflating this shit when Harmony 1's 2 cents. Wait for the bull market, right? I mean, if that's an option, if you're going to inflate it when Harmony 1's, say, you know what? We got a snapshot of affected wallets. We're going to wait till Harmony 1 gets back to 30 cents. And then we're going to dilute it like freaking 300 million or something, right? Not 3 billion, 5 billion, whatever this shit is. That's one plan. Oh, whoa. Hold on. I need a button for this, everyone. I need a freaking, oh my goodness. We need a button. Raise Casey in the house. How you doing, brother? Let's see. Oh, what is going on? Baby Pleb in the house. How are you freaking doing, my brother? Oh my goodness, we've missed you. How are you doing, my man? Baby Pleb coming to fill it up, man. Hell yeah, Baby Pleb. How you doing, brother? You just made everyone's day. You have no idea. We missed you so much. We missed Kurt. We can't wait from Kurt to get back to doing get back from freaking Israel. We're talking about this. We want to hear your thought. You haven't even been tweeting that much. When's the last? We need your thoughts on this proposal. I don't like it. Right? Wait till Harmony 1. So here, wait till Harmony 1's more expensive. Wait till the bull run. Say, you know what? We got the snapshot. We're gonna inflate it a little bit, but we're gonna wait. Or do other things, right? Like, do fundraisers. Do ways to get more money in and use that to pay off the depegged assets and burn it. For example, you got a strong community. I know Ogre and some of them have come up with some good ideas. You have a strong community. Figure out a way to let the community invest, a way that we can invest, bring the price up, and figure out how to shave some of it off to burn it. Maybe create a really cool NFT, do a really cool NFT drop to do a fundraiser that says we show our support for Harmony One. Owning this NFT is like a badge of honor or whatever. And you can use those proceeds to buy depegged assets and burn them off, right? Chip away at it. As these NFTs go back and forth and sell, use those profits, take a percentage of those profits to burn it off. Things like this. We got to think outside of the box. This is a very old school, shitty way. I'm in the Charles Haskinson camp. This is decentralized finance. You can't. This is decentralized finance with a sprinkle of centralization. We effed up. We're gonna fix it. This is how we're gonna fix it. Oh hell yeah! I'm on the verge of. I haven't been tweeting because I'm doing my 100 days of code working on Python, the Django, and SQL. Holy shit, bro! Where are you doing this at? I'm curious. I want to learn Python. I know SQL pretty good, and I know Linux pretty good, but I don't know the Django, the D silent. And I want to learn Python, but do I really want to learn Python? Django's a database, right? Or am I thinking Mango? We have not been doing well, baby pleb. Crypto's crashing, the world's crashing, Harmony One's crashing. Anyway, that's the plan. Chill Baggins in the house. How you doing, brother? Throw that coffee down your throat hole. Of the three options, there's only two, isn't there? Unless one's do nothing. I think they are going to go. I don't think they're going with the 50%. But I'm not feeling any of the options either. Inflating one and people like me just bought and staked or getting. Yeah, I've already got rugged. I've already considered all my Harmony One shit gone. Word up. Let's see what they're saying over here. Because like Give posted the pitchforks are out. I don't know if you can actually see the vote yet. Can I vote? How do you vote? You have to have Harmony One in your wallet? Is it devalued Harmony One? Like, next steps. We will take reimbursement of impacted wallets seriously and I strongly encourage I don't even know how they're going to handle this. The snapshot vote will begin on, so you can't vote yet. Wyatt, we decided against using the foundation treasury in the interest of longevity. I get that. I don't know, man. I would rather not do this and just over the next 3 years, I think this community is strong enough we can make the money back without inflating. Right? The token the community either believes in Harmony One or they don't. This is setting Harmony One up to fail. You either believe in Harmony One or you don't. You back it. The plan is we just write it out. It happened, and we'll figure out ways to repeg assets as Harmony One goes back up. Fundraisers, like I said, I mean, this is DeFi. If you lost money in this, you can blame Harmony One for having real shitty security, but not all the blame's on Harmony One. You have to take some blame. This is 50-50. You invested in a highly risky technology. This is technology, boys and girls. Technology gets hacked all the freaking time. So that's why if you're going to risk in a project down the line like Harmony One and not Ethereum or Cardano that has a lot more money and a lot better engineers, I hate to burst your bubble. I mean, there's a lot of people that would have strung me up a year ago talking about Harmony One, and maybe they should have listened to me. But this is a much higher risky asset, and they got caught. This is blockchain. You can't. Well, of course people can, but they got hacked. You knew the risk, right? It's a shitty way to go down. That's why your size. Watch your freaking size. That's why most of my size is in things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano right now. Again, videos should be coming out. Like the topic will be why and how Ethereum can flip Bitcoin, what people are overlooking on Ethereum, things like that, why Cardano will win. There's an interesting thesis I got on Cardano. Again, if anyone can figure that out, I'll give you $1 million. Harmony has Jason down. We went to hell. Oh, you still have all your assets, so hopefully your size isn't too big in Harmony One. I thought one would make a comeback too, but this team is the biggest red flag right now is the rumor is saw whatever Dr. C is a narcissistic, over controlling douchebag. I have no idea if that's true or not. I've never met the guy. I've seen the guy talk on camera. He seems pretty mellow-minded. But behind the curtain, is he over controlling, overbearing, narcissist? I have no idea, right? That's part of the word on the street. And the other guy, Lee or whatever, not a lot of people really like that guy either. I will say, when you got Gibb posting that this was not his plan, he's not happy about it, and he's pretty high up on the team. Kind of seems like C and Lee and whatever, kind of just doing what they want to do, maybe just protecting their best interests. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how big either one of those people's bags are, right? At the end of the day, there's money involved here, boys and girls. So, never met him. Yeah, I have no idea. Evidently, you vote through your validators. Well, that's terrible. If that's true, I don't even understand. We'll have to see how that works. I don't want to get too, like, if the validators vote. I mean, what is that, like an electoral vote with a central? I mean, there's only a few validators. Yeah, I don't even know what to think about that. I don't like the plan. The biggest flaw in the plan is you're inflating at all time lows. You're dilute, like, if this was the stock market, you wouldn't dilute your shares at lows. You dilute it when the price is going through the roof. When have you stocks dilute their shares all the time at all time highs? They never do it at all time lows. So this is the most. I mean, it's a bit of bad timing. It would have been a lot better if this would have happened during a bull market, I guess. I mean, the coin would have got hit. The coin's holding up decent in light of everything, but the markets are up in general. So, all right, 7:32 a.m. That's what I got to say about Harmony One. I don't really have a thought about what I want to talk about right now. So if anyone has anything they want me to talk about, speak up. We can just kind of ramble on about the markets. There ain't shit going on here. Nothing's really probably going to happen until Powell gives his guidance. We can also just call it a day. I think this was a good stream. Baby Pleb doesn't like any of the proposals. Don't want the. I mean, if you look at it, if Harmony One survives, another 4 billion tokens is not huge in the grand scheme of things. It could still get to $1 plus. If that put it max cap to like 18 billion, an $18 billion market cap on Harmony One in the next bull run is well within reason. If they can pull their head out of their asses, which they continue to show, it doesn't seem like they can do though. The third option clause, again, it talks about letting your validators know your intention. Oh, okay. I didn't even know. Oh, the snapshot. Wait. Yeah, where's the, because this only shows two options. Thanks, Casey. Welcome aboard, brother. All right, I guess we'll do a recap on crypto. We'll see in the stock market. We'll see what's going on. Again, if you guys got anything you want me to talk about or what have you, speak now or forever hold your peace. Or I'm gonna move on to that daily grind. We got some firewalls to configure. I got some scope of works to bang out. 10 people in the house. How's everyone doing? All right. Nasdaq is now currently up 281. Holy shit. What is going on? I wish someone put it. Yeah, that's a little weird coming from you, Retro. I know you don't like that venture capitalist teat. Um, I don't like. To me, I would have liked to have seen Binance, ACZ. The fact that CZ didn't want to bail us out is a huge red flag. Honestly, like maybe just a loan or something, right? You know what I'm saying? Scott J in the house. How you doing, brother? What you think the interest rate hike going to be? No, it's not going to be. I very seriously doubt it's past 75. The bond market's saying cut rates, so it'll probably be 75. I would actually prefer personally for them to do like a, you know, this would be the market would go ballistic, right? If this were to happen. Powell's like, hey, the data's showing inflation is slowing down. Um, we don't want to get too crazy here. We're just going to do 25-point basis hike right now. We'll come back in September and we'll reevaluate. The economy is looking really strong. It looks like things are turning back around. Gas and oil are coming down. That things look good, right? They could spin this, and but I want it to be the truth, right? I kind of feel like inflation is slowing down because it was high throttle. Like my energy bills went through the roof. My energy bills tripled for the most part. My base rate on electricity went from 13 cents, not tripled, two and a half, almost two and a half, went from 14 cents to like 32 cents on the base rate. After that, it's not too the inflation wasn't too high, but that initial base rate was a big shocker. Gas has gone up, food's gone up pretty substantially, 20, 30, 40, certain items way past that. But I would say in general, probably like 20, 30%. Rents are going through the roof. And those are energy, food, and rent. Those are the three things that will destroy the economy. And when that happens, people can't pay they can't pay for frivolous things. They can't pay for clothes. They can't pay, or they have to cut spending. And there's data showing people are having a hard time paying their phone bills and etc. So I personally, the vibe I get is inflation is slowing down though, right? All these, they are lagging indicators. That's why you use your eyes. Every time you go shopping, when you buy items, pay attention to, you should know like how much you spend every time you go to the grocery store. Is that value gone up over time? When I go buy like my California crust pizzas, those bitches used to cost me $6.59. Now them bitches are $7.20. So what is that? Like a 10% right there? And that's just on that. Other things, it's been more. My bitchin' sauce has gone up from like $5.99 to $7.49. That's like a 50% hike right there. So I guess it just kind of depends. My peppers have gone from $5.99 to $7.99. So you can see it at the counter. And you can kind of pay attention. And even if it's not food or whatever it is, just gas, whatever. So at the end of the day, I think that really picked up. I think it's starting to slow down. I think we're going to see that coming soon. Again, the bonds are continuing to go up. I personally wouldn't be surprised. People are priced in a 75, possibly 100. To me, it makes more sense to do a 50 or a 25 at this point. Hey, again, the data is starting. If the data backs this up, right, and if it's lagging from a month ago, they're going to have to do a little bit of forecasting, and I don't know if they do that or not, whatever, but it's going to be interesting to say that is a few hours away. It'll probably be 75. I guess that's what the market's pricing in. The market won't really move much on that. I don't know if what the market's going to do either way. It typically tends to do one thing and then reverses 24 hours later. So I wouldn't get too carried away either way, and I wouldn't get too carried away, period. A lot of it's going to come down to what Powell has to say and how the market interprets that. There's a lot of other data going out there that's a big deal. Like I think someone mentioned about housing. A lot of things are going on with the housing. Uh, Repossessions are going through the roof. Again, people, AT&T showing data. People are late to pay their phone bill and their ISP, their internet. I mean, it kind of like for me, the last thing I'm not gonna pay is my internet bill. I'll starve to death before I not pay my. So for me, the number one priority for me is electricity because I can't have internet without electricity, and then my internet bill, and then food, right? And people are having a hard time. Maybe I'm not the status quo there because I can't do shit without the internet. I don't have cable TV. Without internet, I might as well like grab my reading glasses and read a book. I can't watch much TV. I can't do my job. I can't do shit, right? It's over. The internet's down. I'm back in the Stone Ages. Like I am legit back in before like the early 1900s without the internet. Uh, I just lay there in my bed. You know what I'm saying? I guess I should get on the treadmill or something and go take a walk, but it's 140 outside, so I don't think it'll be past 75. That was a very long-winded answer, but no, I think it'll be 75. I'd prefer to see 50. Hell, let's do a 25. Let's come back in September and see how we're doing. I mean, things. Do you not like get the vibe? Things have kind of calmed down a bit. Seriously, like gas is coming down. They're not really raising prices anymore. And if anything, they're coming down a little bit on the food. It's kind of reached its peak. We got some supply chain. The supply chain issue actually started happening before like the sticky icky. A lot of people don't know that. And this is going to piss some people off here. But the supply chain started having problems when a certain someone started having a little lover's quarrel with what's his face over in China and doing embargoes and all that shit. Retro makes a very good point. Chipotle, I don't think they've raised prices yet though. So Chipotle's raising prices and apparently more price hikes are coming. Hell yeah. And everyone here, what Baby Pleb said, welcome to hands down, bar none, not just crypto, the greatest channel on YouTube. I have the answers to everything, people. Ask me anything. Ask me how to pick up women. Ask me how to assemble a Glock. Ask me how to string a guitar. Ramen's bad for you. Costco meats are way up. Yeah, but it's slowing down, right? My avocado, my guacamole went from $12 to $18. So it went from $11.99 to $18.99. The avocados went from like $4.50 to $8.99. The last time I was there, the avocados were back down to $5. The avocado guacamole sauce was only down $1, but things are stabilizing. Oh, there are some like I am seeing. It's probably just some YouTube clickbait, but I've seen some videos titles where like there's a bunch of farmers selling off all their cows, and there could be a meat shortage. You know, don't. There's a lot of doom and gloom out there. No one knows, dude, but just kind of use common sense. Is meat continue? Meat has gone up a lot, sure, but is it stabilized? Is it still going up or is it starting to come back a little? That's what you got to pay attention to. That's what you got to pay attention to, my friend. I mean, I just started eating meat again. It disgusts me. Right now I can only stomach ground beef and I gotta cover it with like a bunch of lettuce and onions and sauces. I want, I really want, I wish I could go to 100% or like mostly carnivore diet. Like maybe I should just pull the string and do it. Just eat beef and eggs and bacon for like a month straight. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. Your own chicken and cows. Where's Rex at? He does that shit. That shit ain't as cheap as you think, man. You gotta feed them cows. You gotta feed them chickens. You gotta like protect them chickens. Squirrels will steal your eggs. Who I watch a lot of I haven't watched them in a few days, but you know what? Like some of the shit I watch, guys and gals. Let's do this. YouTube. I watch a lot, or I have watched a lot of. When we meet Kevin? Oh yeah, hey Kevin. Laura Farms. I really enjoy these videos. She's from. I mean, I wonder why. Again, look at her. She's got the craziest like eyes. Anyway, she's a farmer, and she's married though. That was devastating to find out. Um, But I watch a decent amount of farming shows, and I grew up on a farm, so it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about here, man. The shit's expensive, and it's a lot of work. Cows and you gotta cows. There's a lot of cow shit. You got to deal with. You got to give them some salt licks. You got to feed them. You got to milk them. You got to vet bills. You think veterinarians just come out for free and give them, shit like that? Yeah. So how mine is too. What's your A1C or whatever at, Jason? Mine was at a 7.0 last time. So there's a lot of interesting video. See what I'm talking about, dude? I'm a wealth of knowledge. I can pivot and talk about this isn't dietary advice, but I'm a freaking expert. You should all right, so Baby Pleb says, I already work out and dance. You should have left the dance off, bro. I'm just effing with you. That's cool. I have to get tested for 8. And then how do you know you have one of those blood sugar things? You haven't been tested for diabetes or type 2 diabetes? I am an oracle. You haven't had that shit tested? Do you get headaches? Do you wake up with headaches? You crash. You need to get that shit tested, man. Diabetes causes all kinds of problems. Freaking neuropathies, nerve damage. What was it, bro? What was your score? They didn't put you on metformin or anything? Like, what's your score? What was your last score? Chill Baggins? God damn it. I'm lethargic. So, you're a fat F like me, right? Have you been tested? Have you been tested for sleep apnea? That's cool if you do ballet. I don't know if you're trolling me or not. Like, I honestly don't have a problem with that. But oh yeah, well, pre-diabetic is between 5.6 and like 6.5, and pre-diabetic is basically diabetic. So you definitely need to get your carbs in check. I've been working really hard on that. Everyone's diet, metabolism, and body is different. For me, I think carbs basically are just destroying my immune system. There could be some other things like stress and stuff too. But there's a lot of good videos that talk about, I'm not condoning this. I don't know what any long-term studies are on this, but start watching videos on the carnivore diet. This is a really good diet. So this is key. The carnivore diet's a very aggressive term. It's really like zero carb. But you want to eat things like grass-fed, free-range, non-hormone type meat, right? That are a lot healthier. But Dr. Berg is pretty good with this stuff. He does mostly ketosis stuff. Dr. Carnivore, I can't remember the other guy's name. He's like hardcore carnivore. Yeah, this guy. Kendi Berry, MD. He seems to be a pretty good doctor. Again, all right. So I'm a highly skilled engineer. Highly skilled. I'm not saying I'm not the LeBron James of engineers, but I'm probably making the All-Star team. You know what I'm saying? So in life, I've met a lot of engineers. I've met a lot of good engineers. There's not a it's not often I meet engineers at my level, and I mean just well-rounded. I'm not saying there aren't engineers out there that know like Office 365 better than me or this, but I'm just saying like top to bottom, s- what do they say? Snout to hoof to snout or whatever. Like I know systems really well. I know routing really well. I know cloud. You know what I'm saying? So I know it all really well. So and it's not, and I can tell a lot of engineers out. I mean, there's a lot of really good engineers on my team. So don't get me wrong there. But I've met a lot of engineers, and I'm just like, yeah, this guy is like fake it till you make it. He knows a little bit. He's not stupid, or he's a book. You know, I meet a lot more engineers that suck than that are at my level. You know what I'm saying? So doctors are the same thing. I've met a lot of doctors and they suck. I met some doctors. I don't even have to talk to them very long. I can tell they know their shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but even then, doctors are going based off what they've been taught, what they learn, and what papers they might read. And unfortunately, a lot of papers are done by like uh, Hershey's chocolate. They're going to make sure that this study makes sugar is anti-aging, right? Hershey's chocolate is going to make sure a study shows that you should just eat chocolate bars all day long and you'll live to 200, right? So, but this guy really seems to know his shit. He talks. I'm not. I'm not. Again, we don't know what the long-term effects of the carnivore diet are, but if you have a lot of different symptoms like chronic inflammation, immune system problems, and then ding, 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 I'm hitting all these things. And this is the worst nightmare for me because eating meat disgusts me. I don't know what happened. Something flipped in my brain, and just eating meat is tough. I've been eating hamburger. I want to give this a try. I just don't know. I just need to pull the string and make it happen because I want to see if this really helps me. As of right now, I'm drastically reducing my carbs as much as I can. I'm not into ketosis or anything yet because that's going to require more meat than I'm currently willing to do right now. But I'm drastically reducing my carbs, and I'm making sure that the amount of carbs I eat are spread out. Like I would used to eat a pizza at night and it would be like 90 carbs. You know, it's cauliflower. So it's more low glycemic index and all this, but it'd be a lot of carbs at one meal at bedtime. So now I'm trying to like, maybe I'll eat a few slices with my lunch, right? And maybe I'll eat a half a pizza at night. I'm working my way down. I'm watching the carbs. I'm trying to exercise more. I'm trying to do all, and then the sleep apnea. Make sure if you're really lethargic, uh, and in and out protein style. Yeah. So I would say start working towards just making your own in and out protein style with grass fed beef, right? You want hormone free, grass fed, free range eggs and all, because there's a lot of, let's see, what was I gonna say? It was important other than it's hot as balls in here. 7:52 a.m. Oh, another really good video. I will post this in here. Joe Rogan's really big on this. Carnivore. And I continue to like, I haven't watched much on this lately, but this is really, there's these videos right here. This Jordan Peterson, I think he's a financial guy or something, was an interesting video. Joe Rogan had a lot of people on talking about the carnivore diet. That's a good one. This one here's, I mean, look at her. She's pretty freaking hot. She had a really interesting, she's going through a lot of kind of like what I'm going through, right? So that's why I want to try this carnivore shit out. And then the really good one's this one right here. I don't know if this chick has a YouTube video or not, but this one right here, this chick knows her shit, man. Definitely watch this one because she talks about the long-term effects and all this. Oh, I've always taken it serious, but well, not serious enough. A lot more serious than most people. But for me, like again, I have a lot of anti chronic inflammation and like neuropathies and shit, and huge immune problems. I do have celiac, so is celiac something that's caused by? I don't know. It's an autoimmune. So I want to get all that fixed. Right? It sucks. Like again, the worst case scenario for me is having to go carnivore. I would love to be a vegetarian and just eat the right protein that way. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. The this Michaela chick, she almost gave up, right? And she basically said, I just Googled allergic to everything. And there might be some people that are allergic to everything and it just F's up your body. And it's kind of like a slow poison over decades, right? And this whole carnivore diet, it's really weird. And this Dr. Rhonda, she's pretty badass, right? Because we've gone from this dairy, the 4 food groups. You want a lot of dairy, you want a lot of eggs, you want a lot of butter. And then came the vegetarian revolution and your red meat's bad for you and all this. And she kind of talks about all this. And there's actually studies that show that, good, healthy red meat and dairy and all this isn't bad. It's just when you're overweight and you eat too much of it and blah, 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 right? So, and again, a lot of these studies are biased. So again, just like politics, I like to try and use common sense. So when I first heard about carnivore diet, I've already been brainwashed with all this, how red meat's bad for you, but not totally, because I've done enough research on things like butter. I've learned that good grass-fed butter converts to good pure like ATP and all this stuff. It's all the like processed foods and anyway, I need it. All right. I'm just going to stop right now. Jordan, oh, is a shrink. Oh, you know what? Casey was here earlier. I wonder if Casey's related to Michaela and Jordan. You still here, Casey? All right. Jordan Peterson is shrinking. His daughter she has huge immune problems. She actually had a hip replacement and something else replacement, like at the age of 18. That is awful. Sorry to hear that, Jason. Yep, sorry. Yeah, Jason, we'll put together a diabetes support group. Just start. Watch your carbs. I don't know, man. It takes a lot of work though. You got to watch your carbs. Don't eat high glycemic index foods or some foods that are good for diabetes. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things I'm focusing on. Oh my goodness, baby pleb, you have no freaking idea. You're predisposed. I don't think I am, but my 23 and 1 or 21 and 3, what's that? 21 and me. It said I was, because of a gene. Baby Pleb says we don't take our health serious when we are young. Truer words have never been spoken. When I was young, I gave 2 Fs. I'm like, I don't want to live past, but yeah, that mindset catches up to you, boys and girls. As you get older, it affects some people more than others, I guess. Or is it just like in finance? People that are well off earlier in life, is that just because they were smarter with their finances in their late teens, early 20s? And by the time they're 40, they're well off because they weren't an idiot and charging everything to the game and not watching and not giving 2 shits. Is it the same thing with thin people versus fat people? Is it just that this 20-year-old had self-control and didn't indulge? You know what I'm saying? So I bet there's a bit of both. Anyway, it's interesting too, because I remember being in high school, my freshman year of high school, and my English teacher telling me that she doesn't allow her kids to eat sugar and they have to eat like non-sugar cereal. And I gave her a hard time and I basically called her stupid. Tell you what, man, my apology. I don't remember her name. This was in the 80s. My apologies, to you. I don't even know if she's still alive or not. You were right. You were decades ahead of the game, and hopefully her kids have lived up to be very healthy people. All right, everyone, 7:59 a.m. Time to get to that daily grind. I hope you all have a great day, great afternoon, or whatever time. Great sleep, great day at work. If it's the evening, have a great dinner. Go have a great workout. Go have a great low carb, healthy dinner, breakfast, lunch, snack, whatever. I'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Probably be something along the lines of this is why Ethereum will win. Love you.